Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alma Lopez Tillman, and I'm the Partnerships Manager for the Cal State University Entertainment Alliance. And for those of you who may not be familiar with us, so our mission here at the CSUEA is to provide opportunities for students who are interested in breaking into the entertainment industry, but may not, have a means to get their foot in the door. We offer a lot of events such as this one, virtual in-person events, ways that can help you land jobs, internships, or just like exposure into the industry. And today we have a very special session. We are partnering with Nalip, which is the National Association of Latino Independent Producers. You're going to hear more about who they are, what they do, and we'll tell you a little bit about an upcoming opportunity that we have for all of our students at the Cal State University within any of the 22 campuses. But before we get handed over to Nalip, I will introduce Andrea, who's also a part of the Cal State University entertainment team, and then she'll hand it off to the Nalip team to hear more about the program. So I will hand it off to you, Andrea.
Hi, I'm Andrea Niceto Chavez. I'm the CSUEA's Financial and Operations Analyst. Our organization is here to connect students from campus to career, and I'll be moderating the chat. So feel free to drop in your questions or raise your virtual hand to ask any questions throughout the presentation.
Hello, everyone. It is nice to meet you guys. We just want to first just preface this session as like it's informal. You can ask questions throughout the presentation. We're going to go over our programs and events and how we support Latino and diverse filmmakers overall. No question is too small. Don't be shy. You can ask whatever you want. Think of it as your space. I'm going to start. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Vanessa. I am the Director of Programs and Development here at Nalip. I'm going to kick it off to Diana really quickly.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diana Luna, and I'm the Executive Director of Nalip. And also happy to respond to your questions later throughout the presentation, and welcome all.
And then we have
I'll introduce myself quickly before you jump back in, Vanessa. But I'm Vero. Lovely to meet you all. I manage our program, so any questions that you have about our programs or anything specifically about, especially if you're up and coming filmmakers and you're thinking about going into the industry, please feel free to drop that in the chat so Andrea can read it to us. And Vanessa, back to you.
Okay, I'm going to start sharing really quickly. Here we go. All right, sorry, let me clear some of these. All right, so let's get started. So who is Nalip? Nalip has been around for about 26 years. It grew out of the need in 1999 to really by a group of Latino producers to really find a support and community to support all of our projects and films that were coming out in the 90s. And there really wasn't a space for us. Over the years, it has grown to really support not just Latino filmmakers, but diverse filmmakers, non-binary filmmakers, women-led, and other communities of color. So we try to really provide a space, but it's led by Latinos. So our mission is to promote, advance, advocate, and inspire Latino and diverse artists across all media platforms, committing to supporting both grassroots and community-based artists, along with publicly funded industry-based media artists working film, television, documentaries, new media. This also includes social media, verticals, just anything that we consume on our phone and TV essentially is storytelling. And we try to support artists at all levels in different ways. So here, our main pillars are really connectivity, creating a community. So Nalip is a membership-based organization. We have about 1,000 active paying members, but our community runs much larger across the entire film ecosystem with, about 30,000 people involved in every sector, whether it's emerging filmmaker, mid-level, executives in front of and behind the camera. Our goal really is to create programs and connect filmmakers or those who are interested in a career in the executive side. So whether that's marketing, development, in any of the studios, we're really here to bridge the gap for those opportunities. It can be very, very difficult really getting into the film industry. But if you navigate it right and have people and allies on your side, it makes it a little bit more easier. I'm going to run through those just so that we can get to our programs. And like I said, you guys can always just raise your hand or just speak up and ask a question if you have it. So our team is all women led. You can see our beautiful faces here. We introduced the three of us, and then we have Amy and Martha who help oversee our events and communications. Before we get into what we offer, I want to break down what our memberships currently are. We have our standard membership, which essentially gives you access to all of our programs and events. And we're going to go over each one because I think they will really be helpful to you. So I wanted to preface this with, these are our memberships. And as we go through this presentation, we'll go more in depth on like, this is what's included in a membership, which is a lot. So we have our associate producer membership, which is $100 a year. We have 3 large events a year, and then we have our programs for writers, producers, and directors, screenings, networking events as well throughout the year, and we'll go more in depth into that. We also have something we call office hours, and essentially it's for all of our members to sign up and have a conversation with us about anything about their career, they're feeling stuck, they need guidance, and you can do that every Tuesday and Thursday and just really just hop into our Zoom. Of course, you have to schedule it in advance, but we're here at your disposal. We are very, very accessible as a team and as an organization. Our executive producer membership is much higher, but it also really comes with a lot of one-on-one mentorship. These are for individuals who are maybe at a certain level of their career, they want more exposure or more guidance or more mentorship. They want to be connected one-on-one with specific producers or directors in the industry that are paving the way. This membership really, really is really hands-on with specific projects. So I know we have college students here, and so the associate producer might be where we start. And then the goal is to get you to our executive producer membership as you grow in your career. We're going to kick it off with our programs first. So, you know, Vero is going to help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
Anything in the chat? Okay.
Oh, perfect. So,
So go ahead, Vero, our first program.
I think, yeah. So basically in every slide, we're going to see a different program, and then I can talk a little bit about it. And also feel free to ask specific questions. If you have any question that might be super specific about a program that you're thinking about applying, like Vanessa said, office hours are available to everyone twice a week. And people use that space really to log into anything that they want to chat about. Often is about getting an introduction to Nalip. Sometimes it's about an obstacle that they're going through in their career, or maybe their studies. I do get a lot of students in office hours, but often it could be specific questions about programs. So if you have any question of something that you're thinking about applying, feel free to use that as well. But having said all of this, let's jump into STARS, which is a program that we are kicking off right now, season 4.
Okay.
So we're very excited about it. So basically, for most programs, we have a studio or an organization partner. For STARS, we partner with the STARS studio, which is, of course, a brilliant television studio, as well as a film acquisition hub. And we work also with New Filmmakers LA in this one. So for anybody out there who's interested in TV writing, who's interested in maybe staffing in a room, this is a really perfect program for you. There's 2 phases for it. Phase 1 is really the intensive part of the intensive title. It's just back-to-back Zooms and an in-person day where you get to meet people from all over different part of the television landscape, from managers to agents to executives to writer producers, non-writers, and all the different levels and hierarchy that exists within TV, which is super specific. And so for that reason, this program is really beneficial in learning all of the different, ways that you can enter the television space and how TV really is a very, very well-structured industry, whereas film is a little bit looser. So it's a really fun program. I really recommend anybody to check out, and I think it's also a very good intro level program for us. Vanessa, you want to hop into the next slide? Again, if you have any questions about anything, please put it in the chat. Director Incubator, our partner on this one is Netflix, which we all love and use and watch all the time. So Director Incubator really is a program that promotes the production of short films. So here you would apply as a director with the program, with the project that you have developing, and you would apply with your team, you would apply with your script, with your budget. So there's a series of materials that you do need to meet for this application. But the point of it is, if you're selected, you receive 35K and then you get to make your short. We do receive often a lot of student applications, a lot of people who are doing their film theses, and we have selected a lot of students in the past, especially because 35K, I know it sounds like, to some it might sound like a lot of money, to others it might sound like very little money to make a movie, but it is a very strong, it's a good substance to actually get one of your early shorts off the ground. And so this is also a brilliant, I think, entry-level program for anybody who's looking into starting the fellowship world and everything that you kind of need to do in order to start working, particularly in independent filmmaking. It's a really fun program. We are very lucky that our partners allow us to be very hands-off, and so the filmmakers get to do anything they want to do with this one. And in the back of the slide, you can see some of the posters of some of the films that have been produced in the past.
Next one.
The accelerator. So we try to, in our program arm of Nalip, we try to address the different needs that are out there, particularly thinking about Latino filmmakers. When it comes to the production of features and especially films in the independent space, having access to financing is the #1 obstacle for absolutely everyone, especially right now in the current landscape of film in general. So this is what the accelerator really addresses. It is a program where we select 8 to 10, we selected 12 this year. We're increasing our number of projects, and we just use the platform of the summit, and we set up meetings for these projects and their teams to meet up with financiers, and in the hopes of finding somebody that could be a match for them and can give them the funds that they need in order to finish their project, and most of them actually to go into production and be able to complete it. So this is really a program, I would say, more for maybe not mid-career, but a little bit of an extra step of when you're ready to produce your first feature, when you're ready to do your first feature. We do first and second features because sometimes filmmakers are really brave, and they do a first feature with just like 20K or a very indie way, but so it's still their second feature. In that case, might be the actual first time that they're putting together a package that they would formally introduce in a market. And so that's what the accelerator covers. It's a lot of fun, it's very intense, and it takes place during the Nalip Media Summit. And if you've ever gone to the summit and you see very nervous people running around going from table to table, that's the program. Office hours. So office hours is, at this point, I would say, an empire that we have created because it has grown into 2 different facets. So it started out as just making sure that we are providing access for anybody that wants to either come in and get to know the organization or come in with questions. So basically, like we mentioned, like Vanessa mentioned, like I mentioned earlier, Tuesdays and Thursdays for a couple of hours, you can log into our Zoom and you can ask. Obviously, you need to book in advance. They do get booked up very quickly, but you can ask any question and you can talk about anything you want to address that's going on with you or in your life, in your career. We have now also expanded office hours into open office hours, which is a space that takes the same need for accessibility and sharing resources, but in a bigger scale. So twice a month, we have open Zooms where we have different experts of the industry. Here are some of the people that have spoken recently. One that's actually happening this week is Erica Kinnear, who's in the bottom corner left. I'm not good with hand signals, but in this corner of my screen. And she's a fantastic producer that works in Media Pro. She's also a board member. So she's gonna be giving a really brilliant talk for anybody that's interested in producing. I think definitely joining is super fun. But open office hours, we talk with everybody for an hour. You get to ask personal questions. They get to address it. It's a safe space. It's a closed space. And so it's really a place for making sure that these kind of conversations that can be super beneficial for people who are entering the business or who are going up in the business become open and fully accessible for everybody in our Latino community. And then we have our Imaginar incubator and residency. So Imaginar is an umbrella of programs that we have with Disney and Film Independent. Obviously, Disney is a conglomerate that has a lot of different studios within that conglomerate. And so they've chosen different parts of their studios to fit this two different but equal kind of sets of programs that are both titled Imaginar. We have Imaginar, what we call Imaginar TV, which is the first option that we have here on the slide. And our partner with that one is FX. So basically, you get to, if you are a TV creator, if you're somebody who has a pilot, who has an idea for a show, you can apply. Obviously, take a look at the materials because it's always size specific, but you get to apply. And if you're selected, you pitch your show to FX. On the other side of Imagina, which is a residency for producers, that's more of the independent filmmaking space. And for that, Searchlight is the partner of that side of the program. So 3 Latino producers who are mid-career. So definitely there's a component of, if not age, of experience that goes into that program, get selected, and they each get $50K, which is an amazing grant. And then, of course, their slate gets to be workshop and mentor by Searchlight and just the incredible team that's behind that amazing studio. So both are really incredible programs. I would say out of every program that I've spoken thus far, this is probably the program that is a little bit more mid-career. So it's definitely something for you to be thinking about if you're interested in this and be keeping it on your horizon. But just approach it when you're ready to hop into something like that, when you're finding yourself kind of like you're ready. I think for Imaginar producer, you either have to have produced 2 shorts that have gone through the festival route or have done a feature. And so there's an edge of experience that needs to be achieved in order to apply to those.
And I think that concludes our programs. And do know that applying to the programs is all included in that first tier of membership. So go ahead, Alma.
Oh, no, no, I was actually, when you're done, I was just setting up my mic because I wanted to go through some of the questions that were in the chat, but go finish.
Oh, yes. And so before I go into the our events part, we can go into the questions. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So it looks like we have a couple of questions in the chat. The first one says, are there any grants available to pay for the Nalip membership? Currently unemployed, but really wish I could join. Well, I'm going to help answer that. So one of the things that we were going to talk about with this new partnership that we have with Nalip is that through the CSUEA, we are going to be giving away 20 memberships to Nalip. We will be announcing it via our newsletter and our social media in the upcoming weeks. So please keep your eye out and follow us at the CSUEA, which will drop in the chat, because there will be 20 memberships that we really hope everyone takes advantage of. So that's where you want to get started. And then also, I see that there's another question from Julia. What's the budget range to apply for the feature financing program?
So
About the accelerator, Vero.
yeah, I think for the accelerator specifically, there's no budget range. I think, however, for this kind of programs which is basically a market and you're introducing your film into potential financiers, the budget range that financiers tend to be looking for is going to be anything up to 5 million. So if it is anything above that, maybe it wouldn't be as a market wouldn't be as helpful for anything that is higher than that, because then we would actually maybe need a studio structure for that. But having said that, we don't have any limit on the budget that you can apply with. But just knowing that your project might be more naturally helpful if it is on that range. And just to give you an example, in the previous 2 years that we've done it, the budget range, just again addressing the reality of film at the moment, the budget range has been from 500K all the way until maybe 2.5 million. So that's typically where projects fall on.
Okay. And Julie also has another question. So to participate in Imaginar, do they have to be members of both Film Independent and Nalip, or either?
One, or you have to be a member of one of the 2 organizations.
I think actually for the Imaginar, it's Film Independent. The applications go through Film Independent.
That's right.
So you would need to be
you have to be a member. You have to pay the application fee
for Film Independent. Yes.
Yeah.
But the rest of our programs are through Nalip, where the application lives.
Okay. All right, we have another question from Alexis Figueroa. Are the one-on-one Zoom meetings with filmmakers, producers, etc., are they only open to those who get the executive or higher membership, or are they also available to those who get the $100 membership?
So if you're talking about the open hours virtual sessions, that is open to all of our members. Both types of office hours. So these ones are for you to log in and talk with Nalip about any question you have. And these ones are open webinars style sessions where Diana moderates a conversation with a professional that we have for that week. And then you drop in questions in the chat, and that is open to all members as well.
Okay. Amy has a question. How do I stand out when applying to Nalip's incubator programs like the Director Incubator or the STARS program? What do you look for? What do you look for? Any certain stories?
So we definitely were not looking for any specific profile, I would say, for any of our applications, but especially for those two. I think the way for you to stand out in an application, certainly for us, but also for any application that you're doing, is first of all for you to be extremely clear in what your vision is and also what are the areas that you feel you need help with. Everybody who's reading an application from a fellowship perspective is looking for people that they can help, that they know that the community that they are bringing onto the program can be supportive to them. And so being super clear in your materials that more often than not are going to ask you for like a director's statement, or maybe they're going to ask you to why me, why now, or why am I applying for this program. In those opportunities of writing those texts, be super clear about how, if it is for STARS, how do you envision yourself as a writer? If it is for the Director Incubator, how you envision your film to be, and also be super clear on what do you need assistance for. If it is for STARS, maybe you can talk about you've been a writer for X amount of time. What are some of the obstacles you face? Because that really tells us that not only you're an applicant that has really put a lot of work and effort behind your work, but also that you're really savvy about the landscape that you need to navigate in terms of the industry. And also you can show us what we can help you with. So I would say always think about that. When it comes to this Director Incubator, we're looking for projects that are ready to shoot because the timeline is super short. You know, you get the program and then a few months later you're shooting. And so show us in your application that you have your team together, that you guys are ready to go, that you have thought through everything that you need in order to make the film happen. And you can do that in the budget, you can do that in the production documents. When it comes to the STARS writing intensive, we really want to see that you have an understanding of who STARS is as a network, because ideally you're going to be working with them or being part of their family and landscape. And so make sure to maybe see a couple of shows beforehand and get a sense of who the audience is that they're addressing. And so when you're doing your application, you're really molding it towards that direction. But at the end of the day, just be true to the stories that you want to tell and the work that you're doing, and you'll be fine, and be super clear in your application. And always, if you want to log into office hours and chat with us about it before you apply, you definitely can.
Any other questions before we move on?
Yeah, I think those are all the questions that we have right now. I'll keep an eye on the chat. Feel free to drop them in, or, you know, we're a small group here. Just raise your hand and we'll call on you.
Okay, so I'll move on. So that is, I always like to split and leap into two parts. So that is our programs. And now we're going to go into our events, where essentially things we do to serve the larger, greater filmmaker community. Our events, for most of them, are all included in membership, with the exception of our Nalip Media Summit. Those members get reduced rates. So we'll go right into that first. So our first event of every year is our Diverse Women in Media Forum. This happens during Women's History Month in March at the London in West Hollywood. It's been going on for about 12 years now. Our Diverse Women in Media Forum is a member exclusive event. So if you're a member, you can attend this event for free. It's a day-long forum and conference with over 350 women across the industry, in front of the camera, behind the camera, executives, and talent. We have a day of panels, a day of workshops. We also provide executive coaching sessions for those who attend. It is first come, first serve. We also provide headshots on site. So what you see here, I mean, you can't really see it, but we provide headshots for everybody for free. It's included in your membership and the ticket to attend. Of course, we feed you, we bring you drinks, we have cute networking happy hour at the end of the event. And so it's really an opportunity to meet women or potential new mentors or your peers, connect with producers, writers, directors if you're working on a project. It's probably my favorite because it's so centralized to us and to women, but we also welcome men and anybody else and non-binary folks to attend. We are not just exclusive to women, but this is one of our spear initiatives and events, large events of the year. Our major event of the year is the Nalip Media Summit. It's a 2 to 3 day conference that showcases panels, workshops, screenings. This is also where the accelerator program sits. So throughout the conference, those in the accelerated program are connecting with financiers, managers, potential agents if they're not repped, and pitching their projects and pitching who they are. For those who are not in the program, attend a days full of sessions. We have this year, it was focused on global co-production. So we had the film commissions from the DR, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Brazil come and talk about what opportunities filmmakers have outside of the US and in their country, and to talk about film incentives to shoot there. We also brought obviously our US based film commissions as well. Nevada, New York, California, Kansas City. So there's a lot of opportunities out, not saying don't shoot in California, but know what the landscape is as a filmmaker, know where to go if you need to go and what incentives you can take advantage of. The Media Summit is really an opportunity to increase knowledge and trends and have discussions about what is going on in the film industry and how can we uplift each other, support each other, and what new initiatives or innovative ways are we as a community, we as an organization helping combat what's happening right now. There's so much going on. We won't get into that part, but I'm sure everybody can feel it. And so how do we ensure that our filmmakers are being supported across the entire ecosystem of the film industry? So this, if you sign up as an associate, your membership as an associate producer gives you a very, very, very reduced rate to attend because it's a high profile event for the industry. So this one is not particularly free, but the tickets are not that expensive for members to attend.
Vanessa, I have a question. Are there any volunteer opportunities
Oh,
for any
yes.
students like at any of these events? Because I know that sometimes that's also a great way to, meet people and learn more about the organization. Of course, we encourage you to like get the membership. Trust me, it's worth it. All of these events are great. I've attended many of myself, worked on them myself too. But are there any opportunities for, volunteering at some of these, and how would they, what would be like, who do they get in touch with?
Yes, thank you for reminding me about that. So yes, we do have a call for volunteers about 6 to 8 weeks before our event. So the Media Summit is usually in the summer. So we're looking towards 2026 for all of our events because most of them have already passed this year. So we'll send out a call for volunteers sign up on our website and join the newsletter because that's where the first blast will go. But we also have calls for volunteer through our social media as well, if you follow us. And essentially, we bring about 20 to 30 volunteers in to allow you. And because we love our volunteers so much, we only ask for just like a half day volunteer session so that you can enjoy and like soak in the knowledge and attend as an attendee for the rest of the event. Amy is on the call if she wants to jump in to talk more about the volunteer opportunities. Amy, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we have amazing volunteers every year. They come back honestly because they enjoy it. They meet other amazing volunteers and they just get exposure to the whole event. Because like Vanessa mentioned, there is a cost to a few of these events. And if you're not able to, then we offer these volunteer opportunities for people to take part of and enjoy. And you get to see also the inner workings of how these events are run. And just in general, getting to hear all the panels, you get to learn so much through this opportunity. So definitely recommend signing up.
Amy is our oversees all of our volunteers, so she would be the best person to connect with. We also, while we're on the aspect of volunteers, we also have internship opportunities. So Amy used to be one of our interns, and now we have her full-time as a staff because we love her that much. But we do take in paid interns. I believe the application goes live April, and it's to have an internship as we plan our media summit and you're we're such a small team, you're very integrated and you get really like firsthand experience of the industry, and to really understand like if you're unsure where to go, the internship would be a great opportunity. So those applications open in April through the LA County Arts website, and we'll send out a blast about those once they're live. So the Diverse Women Media Forum and our Media Summit are our largest events of the year. Throughout the entire year, however, and these are also free and open to members, we have different partnerships with different organizations and film festivals. And so periodically, when I say periodically, on a weekly basis or every 2 weeks, you'll get an invitation to special screenings or special conversations and panels that are not open to the public. A lot of these networking events are only exclusive to members, so you won't see this really on our social media, because they are limited seats. Sometimes we'll have like 30 tickets to attend a film festival. We send those out to our members to first come, first serve. We just did a screening of Kiss of the Spider Woman at CAA. We do a lot of screenings with a lot of studios throughout the entire year, depending on the show or film. So we'll probably have at least one a month. You can expect that, sometimes two. Going back to our partnerships, we just recently had a event for Latino Heritage Month with HRTS and Latin Tracking Board. We are partnership with the Blacklist as we help curate the Latina list for script writers. So yeah, you never know what's going to come your way as a member. You get invited to really cool things. As an executive member, you get priority invites and VIP seating at any of our Nalip events. So as we talk about screenings, I do want to invite those who are on the call. We would love to invite you to a special screening with Disney Hulu, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It's going to be on Hulu, I believe, at the end of October, but there is going to be a special screening at the Grove. If you guys want to use a QR code, you can sign up. You can bring a guest. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. I'll be there. You'll get to meet us in person and ask us any other questions. But that concludes our presentation for now. I want to like stop there, see if anyone has any other questions.
No, there's one question right here. Do most of these events happen in Los Angeles? Are there any events in San Diego?
Yeah, so most of them do happen in LA. The Media Summit and Diverse Women Media Forum are LA based. Our screenings, because if they're attached to a studio, they're LA based. We do have chapters in different places. And so we try to do like small networking events. We recently just had a networking session in Chicago. We're looking to do some in New York as well. If there's interest in San Diego, that's something we can explore, but The bigger events, yes, they are in LA. Everything else virtually is obviously open to anybody.
And for this particular screening, I have a question. Do they need to be Nalip members to attend this screening for the Hand the Rocks Cradle?
So we ask that you don't show it to the greater friends. We know that you guys are not members yet, but it's just extending an invite for you all. So sign up because you joined and you came to talk to us, and then you get to just get a feel of like the different type of events that we do throughout the year. Make you feel like a member before you sign up.
Right. You get a little like a test drive before.
Right.
Well, it looks like that might be it. Well, first of all, thank you to everyone on the Nalip team, for making this happen. We're super excited about this new partnership. And again, we really, really encourage you to take advantage of these opportunities. You do not want to leave this on the table. I mean, these events and everything that Nalip does make a difference. Like they say, it works if you work it. It doesn't work itself, but if you take advantage of, either volunteering or going to an event or, any of the stuff that they do, and you want to be a filmmaker, there's absolutely no reason why, you shouldn't be successful without the tools that the organization is providing. I know I didn't have these opportunities when I was in college, so I really just encourage you to take advantage of their programs. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Like I said, probably like in around the next 2 weeks, if you follow our socials at the CSUEA and our newsletter, we are going to be giving away 20 memberships, and we want everybody on this call, at least 20 people, to get the membership, because if we do have demand for more memberships, then we can also, there's a possibility that our relationship can grow and that we can, eventually get more memberships for more students. But we need to know that like these 20 memberships that we're going to be giving away are going to definitely be used. So I have one. Oh wait.
And I would like to add a comment to everyone that attended. Thank you again for being here, because that is the first step to invest in your career. When you're a student, you have your network of friends. When you are out there in the field, sometimes your friends might not be as accessible. So it's always important to be part of a community. When you have access to a community, you keep up to date with what is going on in the industry, where are the opportunities, how can you find other ideas and resources that will benefit your career. So investing on it is the first step. That you invested this time with us to learn more about Nalip. It's an incredible, incredible sign that you are on the right path into accessing the resources that are needed. So please always connect with us. If you have friends that will benefit from it, please let them know about this opportunity and the membership aspect of it, because there is no other better way to advance than to have this network, this community, and keeping up with your career through the events, through the fellowships. So learning never stops, and you gotta continue your journey throughout these opportunities. And not only with Nalip, but there are many other organizations out there, but this could be just your first step. So thank you very much for joining today.
Yeah, thank you. And just, off of that, Diana, I mean, the quality of speakers and folks that come to this event, like these are top-notch people who, some people would only like wish of like rubbing elbows with. You could be in a room and oh, there's Ava DuVernay, like right there. I mean, the access is definitely like something that you can't get in a lot of places, and that you will be in the room. And this is a business where it's about being in the room. So I just can't stress enough like the amazing access that you will have. So please, again, follow Nalip, follow CSUEA. And yeah, we're here to help you with any questions. And if you'd like to see more of these sessions or more of these conversations, send us a message, because we're always thinking of ways to get everybody involved.
And follow us on social media, Instagram.
Yes.
We post everything there. We have really great videos of all of our events. If you want to check them out to like get a real feel of who our speakers have been in the past, or our website, everything is listed there. it's a fun time. It's a fun time, but it's also like a really great time to grow for your career. So why not have fun along the way?
Exactly. All right, well, we'll give you the rest of your 20 minutes of your lunchtime back to you. And again, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great day.
you.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.